Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into the show today. Now, today's episode, we are turning over the calendar from Q2 to Q3 of 2022, which means it's a perfect time to do a classic update to the what's in the wallet going into the summer months. So there, of course, been some changes. There's been cards been canceled. There's been some cards added. So, of course, we'll talk about those as well as the cards I'm actually going to use, how I'm going to use them, and what could be potentially on the horizon for that credit card roadmap. So, of course, if that sounds interesting to you, then go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now, of course, in typical fashion, we have to start out. This is the bench wallet that I have. I don't actually carry this with me, but this is where I keep all my spare cards at. This is actually a Home Depot gift card. But these are all linked down below. Generally, people get a kick out of seeing this one. So these are all linked down below. They are Amazon affiliates, but I do carry a Belroy Slim Sleeve with me, so there's no need to bring that massive deal. But, let's start out with this. I'll put up the slide which has all my available options going into the summer. And you can see, if you're an astute viewer of the show, there are definitely some notable options that are missing. So I've done, standalone videos on most of these, and they will be linked down below. But, the Platinum card is gone. My thoughts are kind of well known on that one. I think it's simply too expensive for what you get. For me personally, don't travel nearly enough, to take advantage of all those lounges and everything like that. Plus, all the coupons. But we've been over that. The gold card is also out. Now, I do think this is Amex's best MR earning card by far. Best multipliers, the credits are easy to use, things like that. However, I personally still find the credits very annoying, being the Uber and the dining, which is limited. And even though, again, the multipliers are good, as you'll see, I tend to go through a lot of sign-up bonuses, and as a result, I simply don't put spend on those good multipliers, so it doesn't justify $250 for me, so that is gone as well. Another card that you might be surprised about is not so much gone, but has been sacrificed to become another card, and that is the Sapphire Reserve. Now, again, full standalone video on this one as well, but with the Sapphire Reserve, this was my 4th year. I've had it for 4 years, and the Sapphire rule bonuses are pretty clear. You're eligible for a new Sapphire bonus once every 4 years, but you can't currently hold a Sapphire card. So instead of, paying the annual fee, I decided to product change it to another Freedom card because I guess I love Freedom cards. Can never have too much 5X. I think that's what they say. Put it on a t-shirt. But anyways, that now means I can get back in line for a Sapphire bonus, so it will probably be the Sapphire Preferred, hoping they pull out the 100K this summer, but we'll talk about more of that on the back end of, the roadmap. So those are the cards that are gone but not forgotten, as they say. Now, I did add a few cards as well, so let's talk about that, and that'll kind of take us into the cards that I'm using. But first, I do have an honorable mention. There was a card I tried to add very recently in the Citi Premier because the bonus just got up to 80,000 points, which is about $800 in cash back. But unfortunately, I did get denied for that, probably because I picked up the Citi Custom Cash, maybe a month ago, which is technically still in Citi's approval rule, so I thought I had a fair enough shot, but no go on that. So you got to share the good with the bad. So did get denied for that. And truthfully, I really wanted the Citi Premier because I wanted 1 year from now, I can turn it into another Citi Custom Cash and have 2 custom caches. Again, you can never have too much 5X, but of course it makes more sense to get, the sign-up bonus, right? The 80,000 points or $800, going for the Premier versus something like a Citi Double Cash, which has no sign-up bonus. So that was the thought process behind that. But of course, we can always try again later. 50 no's and a yes is still a yes, as they say. So that brings us to the next card here, which is actually we're going to talk about the Wells Fargo Business Platinum, which might surprise a lot of people because it's not really a notable card. It's 1.5x on all purchases. So I picked this one up because Wells Fargo had a business checking bonus, which was an amazing bonus that only lasted for like a day, I think. It was basically deposit $5,000 for 60 days, and they'll give you $1,500. So you actually had to apply for this in branch. Quick story, there's no branch in Michigan where I'm located. The closest one is in Illinois, so I think I drove 3.5 hours to Illinois. Got that, and they were also offering the Business Platinum with no hard pull, 10K credit limit, which is all well and good, but then it had a sign-up bonus of spend $3,000 in the first 3 months to get $300. So, I figured since I made the road trip there, might as well. That's $1,800 from Wells Fargo combined. I did also hit some BMO Harris branches while I was out there as well. for a solid road trip of like 6 or 7 accounts. And if you're interested in learning more about bank accounts, of course, I will link down below to my dedicated bank account bonus channel where, you can, partner this with credit cards like this and make some extra money. Much more easy than credit cards, by the way. So you can check that out. But as a result, we ended up using that card for Father's Day purchase. Every dad has to have like a chair that they sit in, right? My dad's was like 100 years old, so I guess family wanted to upgrade his little man cave deal, so I said, sure, we can do that. We'll use my card. So it's like 1 or 2 swipes, bonus paid out. Probably never use the card again, but it served its purpose. Now, the next card we kind of touched on was the Citi Custom Cash. So I applied for this card because I was realizing that I was pretty close to being at 0 of 24 in Chase's 524 rule, believe it or not. Currently, I sit at 124. Citi Custom Cash puts me at 224. Now, I'd forgotten because I had made such a run on business cards over the last year and a half, but last quarter I used it for gas, but now that the Freedom cards are gas, I will probably switch the Custom Cash out, and it will probably be my grocery card, I would think. 500 probably won't be enough for a month, but, it's still 5% there, so figure why not. Gas is obviously going to be covered with the category cards, which is up next, and of course we have the Freedom Flex, OG Freedom, and OG Freedom again. Now, again, the category is a wide range of categories. They have gas, they have entertainment, they have car rental. But honestly, I think the one for me is going to be gas. Now, I won't nearly max it out to that level. It's just I don't need that much gas, thankfully. But, they sell gift cards as well. A classic gift card strategy always works. Now, in addition to that, another Chase card we have is the Freedom Unlimited. This card is actually serving as my dining card. It's been serving as my dining card, but I guess technically I don't actually need to carry it because I could carry the Freedom Flex and it has the same 3x on dining plus the gas station. So I'll just throw it in here for now since I already put it in the outline. But for the longest time, that's been serving as my dining since I had dropped the Sapphire Reserve. There's a chance I also use this as a catch-all card as well with the 1.5x back. I do have another catch-all option that I've mentioned before and that we'll talk about in a second, but Freedom Unlimited has been a staple for a while for me. Now, the next one we have is yet another Chase card. That's my Ink Cash card. This is one of my favorite cards. This is a staple because it's always my internet, so like my internet and then like my cell phone through Verizon because it's 5x on internet and phone services. And this is also the card that finally convinced me to stop maxing out all my Freedom cards every quarter. Because you have the 5x at office supply stores. Office supply stores sell gift cards, so you can always go and, they don't have a massive selection, but you always have the ability to go get gift cards when you need them, to the main players like Amazon, Best Buy, things like main players for me, I should say. So I no longer need to preload all of my Freedom cards and tie up that much money in gift cards. So that's how I use that one. But, I'm not actually going to carry that in my wallet. So, honorable mention, I guess. Now, the other one we have is, I guess, another honorable mention. That is my Ink Premier. And I've talked about this before. The Ink Premier is, I got it for the sign-up bonus, but it's got 2x on all purchases and 2.5x on purchases of 5K or more. Now, for me, this card will not end up lasting past year number 1. Again, just needed the bonus. But, I do, when I fund my bank accounts again for my other channel, I tend to use this card because it's 2x, which is better than the 1.5, and I'm fine with it being like cash back basically and not being ultimate reward points. Not everything needs to be ultimate reward points, as you can see by the, the custom cash card, right? So I use this card primarily because I have it, but again, it won't last, past year number 2. There's nothing wrong with it. I really just don't, for me, I don't think that the 195 is justifiable given I don't spend nearly that many purchases in one go of $5,000 more to trigger the 2.5x. But, you have it, you might as well use it. So, overall, those are the cards that I'm using. Again, a lot of true staples there with 2 new ones in the rotation. Well, I guess Citi's Custom Cash is in the rotation. Wells Fargo is already come and gone. It's going to be on the bench permanently now. So, that's that. But let's talk about on the radar stuff. What's up next? So, I mentioned one of these earlier, Sapphire Preferred. They finished up the 80K offer. At the time, I didn't need it because, again, I was doing the Wells Fargo bonus and I was doing the Citi Custom Cash bonus, which technically isn't finished just yet at the time of taping. Still maybe $200 more to go on that. But so I could wait, I guess was the point. I could wait on that. So I am still holding out hope that they bring back the 100K. The 100K with annual fee waived year 1 and branch would be, the gold standard. But since I'm not in a rush for that, I'm lay out and see what happens. We took a run at the Citi Premier, didn't work so well. I will probably try the Citi Premier again in a few months. It really just depends on how many other cards I apply for between then and the next go around. But now that we know the Citi Premier's high offer seems to be at 80,000 points, we saw it last year, we've seen it this year. We haven't seen anything higher, so probably I probably won't do it again during this cycle. But the next time they bring out the 80K, if I haven't applied for anything else, then I'll probably add the Citi Premier again, or at least try again to add it. Again, the goal, I think the Citi Premier is a really good card. It's tough sometimes to justify the $95 annual fee. I know they have the $100 travel credit or hotel credit, but you can get those multipliers for free on other cards is kind of the problem. There's not really a punch with Citi, I guess, to use their trifecta. So I really just wanted to make another Citi custom cash and have two because, again, 5x all the things. Now, on the note of 5xing all the things, I did have another thought around my Freedom Unlimited. So I've had my Freedom Unlimited since like 2016, which this is one of my older cards. So I don't want to cancel it, but I could change it to another Freedom card because why not? And get back in line for this Freedom Unlimited bonus, which is 5x on gas stations up to $6,000 in spend for the first year. Because the rules on the Freedom cards are basically you're eligible for a bonus every 2 years on those, but of course you can't currently hold the card. So if I product change it, wait maybe, a month to the next billing cycle ends, I could apply for another Freedom Unlimited. I'm also thinking about doing that as well, plus another, I think, $200 sign-up bonus. So for that, and then maybe the ink, I always say the ink preferred is on the list, sometimes, at some point I'm going to pull the trigger on it. But for right now, that's kind of my thoughts and roadmaps on what might be next for my card setup. So anyways, guys, that's been it for what's in my wallet for Q3. So, of course, if you liked it, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you found it particularly interesting, and, of course, consider subscribing to the channel. Again, posting content just like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And, of course, right back here every Sunday with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. Of course, my question for you guys is, one, let me know what you're using, what's in your wallet going into the summer months. What do you think about the plan? At what point do I have too many Freedom cards? I kind of like the idea of changing the Freedom Unlimited to another Freedom and getting back in line for it, but let me know your thoughts on how you would play that or any other strategies I may not have thought of. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you very soon in the next one.